Let's get it right. Got to look good. Well, I don't have to look good, but it's good if you look good. Because if you don't worry about that part. Oh, hey, Instagram, it's me, T from the Patterson, taking the train to Tibet. I don't know whether you noticed or not, but there's a very important movement going on the planet today. And the reason why I know it's important, it may be the most important that's happening, well, it's most important. The reason why I know is because young people are involved. Any movement that happened, as far as I understand, I've been on the planet a long time, there's always the young people. That's why you got a lot of these old people talking about, yeah, the young people this and the young people that. No, unless the young people are actually doing it. And that's the other thing. People don't be trying to speak for the young people. It's like people be speaking for black people, as a black person, blah, 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 blah. Or they say, as a woman, as a whatever your proclivity is, whatever your identity is, whatever you're part of an identity, then you run around saying like, that's the wonderful thing about a movement that has young people. I can't go around saying, as a young person, actually, when I used to be a young person, when I was your age, like that. Now, the reason why I know it's an important movement, and the reason why I know it's going to be very effective, is because right now, in Burkina Faso, they had a group of young people, international. It was international too. I forgot to tell you. But in fact, this is a Wednesday. This is a Wednesday. So I'm speaking to you on international matters. See, on Wednesday, I speak to you on international matters. On Thursday, it's audio drama day. That's nice. On Fridays, it's like a week wrap up. Saturdays is whatever comes to my hand. Sunday we read from well, right now in India, so we're reading from Tagore, this Indian writer. On Mondays, it's a me day. I talk about me. On Tuesdays, it's like a U.S. day. Talk about U.S. kind of thing. But today, it's Wednesday. It means it's an international kind of thing. Now, the reason why I know about this is because from the very beginning, what I found out is what came across, I like this part. What came across my desk, like that phrase, what came across my desk, I said this in the 80s, I used to think when Jesse Jackson first ran for office, we had to register him in New York, and I had a thing called the Desk of the Disenfranchised. I just come up with nice titles. So, forget that part. Let me tell you what I'm getting to. Well, there's a they like a book, young people in Burkina Faso, but it was like an international thing, and they do suggested reading. They get together and they do stuff. Now I just noticed on Instagram, which we're talking through right now, that that organization, they are also now they have a branch in Mali, the country up to the whatever of it, right? Now here's the thing. And, by the way, and young people all over Africa, we're talking Africa right now, I guess the world, but I haven't heard about other people, but all over, young people, because of the internet and whatever have you, they talking about what's happening in Sahel. Oh, they talking. And a lot of them saying, hey, we want a leader just like them leaders, or just like, I should say, that leader. Talk about Commander Ibrahim. I call him Commander Ibrahim. He's my commander-in-chief, Anyway, the point is, they have a branch in Mali. Now, just think about it. If all the young people start saying, and remember, this centers around activism and books and reading and stuff like that. Now, let me do this. Let me try this, right? Because when I was in undergraduate school, when I was young, I was part of a group, that we read and we did activism and stuff like that. So when I was young, I was like them. Yeah, like the same kind of age, you know what I mean? Anyway, the point is, if your country is really serious, then let's just say it this way. What I'll look for, let me put it another way. When the FBI started to come down on the Black Power movement, one of the things they did was they attacked bookstores. Think about that. They attacked bookstores. They got a lot of black bookstores closed. A lot of black bookstores are opening back up, or open in these days, right? Like that. Let me say one more thing on bookstores. I traveled one time, and I said I'd never go to Florida, and I ended up having to go to Florida. Don't worry about it. When I was going, people say, "Oh, Florida, oh, there's nothing." This is back in the late '90s, 2000s, late '90s. They say, oh, there's nothing in Florida. Oh, man, it's just, they're backwards. Blah, 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 blah. You ain't never going to find nobody. I said, so what did I do? I went straight to the bookstore. And lo and behold, they were my peoples, right? So I look for bookstores and people gather around, not just libraries, but bookstores especially, because you can have events there and stuff like that. Now, book clubs and stuff like that. Well, book club, reading book clubs, that's a whole other thing. Anybody can do a book club. I'm talking about activism, right? So if you're, say for instance, you're in, I don't know, I'm not going to say South Africa because they don't have a reading culture, but let's leave South Africa out of this because I live in South Africa. I don't want to deal with that right now. Say for instance, I want to go to Malawi. Say for instance, you're in Malawi, right? If you had a branch of the Burkina Bay of these people that's up there in Sahel, that's up there in Burkina Faso, and now have a branch in Mali. If you had a branch in Malawi, right? Then I would say, they serious because now these people can talk to each other and they share, for lack of a better term, evolutionary or revolutionary messages. See, that's how you organize around intelligence. Yeah, everybody can organize about dancing and singing and blah blah. I understand that we got that happening. I'm sure they got that happening. But when you organize around intelligence, now that's something that the powers that be would be afeared of. Oh yeah, because you could put the fear of liberté in them. That's all you got to do, is have the young people start talking and exchanging theories and reading this and reading that and exchanging this and that and that. You get them start going and they talk to each other because young people have a way of talking to each other. That's, I know what young people are doing these days. I work with, don't worry about that part either. My point is this: we're at a point right now where the times they are changing, and them old folk that's still kumbayaing, and they're saying, "Oh no, y'all need to do this and y'all need to do that." And back in my day, well, you can respectfully say, "Yeah, I'm sure that's yeah, well, do what young people do. Just go and do what you need to do, right? Don't be listening to the likes of somebody like me, old dude, But if you're young, you should be hanging out with your young'uns, and the young'uns know what to do. You say, but they're young, they don't know anything. Oh, they'll find out what to do. They'll know how it is. I'll give you one more tiny story. I told the story before. Long time, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe even longer than that. I was watching this TED Talk, right? And they were saying how they talk about computers. When computers first came out in India, I'm in India right now, by the way. India, where the street people, anyway, in India, someplace in whatever, they had put up a computer screen behind it, like a mesh kind of thing, and the keyboard was the only thing you could touch. And the street kids started playing with it. And in no time at all, they figured out exactly what to do with that computer. So you don't have to give young people instructions, at least not for your own liberation. They would be able to liberate themselves. All you have to do is give them the space and leave them the heck alone. And leave them alone. They'll figure it out, and they don't need you to be jumping in front of them, talking about, no. In fact, Ibrahim Traore, the Captain Ibrahim Traore, my commander-in-chief, I'm proud to say, he did something, he's young, he did something that to me was extraordinary. When he had a group of people, he said, "You are all here. You are my ambassadors. You're ambassadors. You go back to your countries, whatever. So, hey, I could be an ambassador to a true changing, a true revolution. I don't know. I'm not into revolution. I'm into evolution. Into a true movement. So, if my commander-in-chief, Ibrahim Traore, Captain Ibrahim Traore, says to me that I'm ambassador and I should be spreading the word about how to get things done, well, he just ambassadorized me. Well, that don't sound good. He done no, that don't sound good either. He done gave me the bona fides. Oh, that's black. Bona fides is a black word, right? Bona fides. He done gave me the bona fides. That doesn't sound right. Bona fides sounds much better. I'm black and eyes. I'm American African. You know what I mean? Because I'm an American African. See that? That's a passport. Passport makes me an American. I'm an American passport. But my brain, my mind is African. So I can Africanize things, or American Africanize things, in my thing. So he's giving us the bona fides to say, hey, what's happening in what's happening in the Sahel? That's what's happening. Let's get on board. So I'm gonna be short today. I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna stop right there. Usually I blah blah blah, like the old people. They blah 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 blah. My day was blah 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 blah. Well, stop the blabbing. Start the studying. Start talking to other peoples. No matter what your age, the old people should be talking to old people, young people. Yeah. Let us be the change. Oh, let me bite off that Kenyan guy, the American Kenyan, right? Let us be the change we supposed to be. Be well.